my new NBA journey and my new basketball art, I've stumbled upon Kevin Durant. Now, I know a little bit about KD and I know a little bit about the Warriors, but I don't know the full extent onto what went on in those seasons. So, right now we about to go ahead and see if Kevin Durant was really like that or if he was overhyped.
For 2 decades, it was universally accepted that the 1996 Bulls were the greatest NBA team of all time.
Yeah, we just did, Jordan.
Then the 2017 Warriors entered the chat. A team that had just won 73 games added Kevin Durant.
Oh, KD. I ain't gonna lie. Lately, I've been watching a little bit of basketball. I ain't been watching it, but I've been putting it on when I'm playing the game. I done seen a lot of KD games. Real deal hooper.
With 2 league MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, and the best two-way shooting guard in the game, the Warriors obliterated every team in the NBA.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The best.
Hold on, before I even start, gang, we got to talk about what Stephen Curry did in the Olympics. I was not the biggest fan of Stephen Curry, only because I don't watch basketball anyway, but he was always winning and doing all that crazy stuff when the Seahawks was doing their thing. I didn't really like the Seahawks, forget them. But what he did at the Olympics last year, what he did at the Olympics last year was crazy. When we talk about greatest of all time, we got to add Curry in there.
Playoff record in NBA history. But did Kevin Durant's titles with Golden State certify his place among the top 10 players ever? And are the 2017 Warriors really the best team of all time?
Is they the best of all time?
Never know, but you put us on paper with them, I like our chances.
You know, Stephen Curry, bro, you gotta stop being so nice. Curry, you supposed to go up there and telling people I'm the best ever. I don't know about no Magic Johnson. I don't know about no goddamn Jason Kidd. It's me.
Last 10 years, it's not difficult to say who was the best organization in the NBA. From the team owner to the cleaning lady, there is no better organized franchise than the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
In 2023, the Warriors were worth $7.7 billion, twice as much as the average NBA franchise.
Oh my gosh.
Other than the Dallas Cowboys, the Warriors are the most valuable sports franchise in the world. And if someone predicted this back in 2010, you'd call them insane. Back then, the Warriors were almost a laughingstock. A fun little squad that rarely made the playoffs, and the 4th best team.
There go my dog, Matt Barnes, man. Matt Barnes, 30 hours. That's what I'm talking about.
In California, until Joe Lacob bought the team for $450 million, and everything changed. Lacob immediately started making big moves, firing legendary coach Don Nelson, trading then Dub's best player and crowd favorite Monte Ellis.
Monte Ellis in 2K, gang. What are we talking about? That boy was out there shooting for real. Monte Ellis, and it was another one out there, was another light-skinned young blood. He was out there shooting too. Them boy was nasty, bro.
And hiring inexperienced Bob Myers as general manager. All 3 moves were extremely unpopular with the Oakland fan base, but Lacob and Myers soon proved to be 3 steps ahead of everyone else when it came to building a winning team.
If you look up there, that is a very lonely flag. We want another one.
While the new GM did inherit the best shooter of all time, Myers immediately tied Steph to a team-friendly contract. He'd then go on to draft Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, and Draymond Green. In 2014,
I ain't gonna lie. Full Bob, whatever your name is, that's crazy. Because imagine getting them boys back to back, and it was all pivotal parts of that team, gang. Steph, Klay, duh. Draymond, duh. Harrison Barnes, duh. Come on, gang. And another thing, though, who would have thought Stephen Curry from Davidson would have been that boy? Out of everybody, Stephen Curry. Telling you what God got for you, boy. You can't stop it.
Steve Kerr and brought in impactful vets like Andrew Bogut, Andre Iguodala, and
Andre Iguodala.
In their first season under Coach Kerr, the Warriors ran circles around everybody with hectic pace and unbelievable shooting from their star backcourt, doing what seemed unimaginable just a few years ago, winning the 2015 NBA championship.
Why we did it?
Okay. So without KD, they had already got them one. Okay. They didn't need KD then. Okay.
In 2016, the league didn't get the memo on how to catch up with the Warriors, and they set the new NBA record for wins in the regular season with 73 wins and just 9 losses.
Curry?
However,
this was all before
burdened
KD?
by chasing the record, the Dubs ran out of steam and were defeated in the 2016 finals. But this loss proved to be a blessing in disguise. Because they weren't crowned champions, and because of an enormous spike in salary cap thanks to a new NBA TV deal, the Warriors were able to sign Kevin Durant.
So they did all that and then got KD? This is how I thought the timeline went in my head. I thought them boys was already there. They brought KD in to change the culture, get them one, and then do it. I ain't know them boys was already winning like that. My bad, my fault.
Universally recognized as the second best player on the planet. The whole world called KD a coward, a traitor, a snake, a cupcake, and God knows what else.
When KD did that game, oh my gosh, they was talking crazy about that boy. You would have thought the man killed somebody. They were talking so crazy about that boy.
Doing that is the weakest move I've ever seen from a superstar. Plain and simple. That's just how I look at it.
But the truth was that KD needed the Warriors, and the Warriors needed him. When the 2017 season started, the Warriors were virtually unbeatable, cruising through the season without any problems. KD was incorporated seamlessly into the Warriors' offense, and Kerr didn't have to find weird strategies for their 4 stars to share the ball. KD played the most unselfish basketball of his career because, for the first time ever, he didn't have to score a single point, and his team could still win the game. Golden State won 67 games, with the highest offensive rating in NBA history, second best defense in the league, and the 3rd best net rating in NBA history.
Okay, you just had a whole bunch of hoopers on the team.
It seemed like the Warriors turned on the PlayStation, entered a cheat code, and played the entire season.
Everybody. That's what I know.
They made it through the playoffs without losing a single game, sweeping all 3 of their series in the West. And then in the finals, a familiar opponent awaited.
Because they just played them boy and just got beat by them boy, but now they got KD though. Now they got KD, and KD gonna go up and show up. You can't, like, they had to, okay. I'm starting to see it, y'all. So basically, everybody's saying that boy the GOAT, because them boys had to construct the whole team, had to bring in KD when they had Steph already, when they had Clay, when they had Draymond, when they had Harrison, when they had all them pieces. They had to put them all together to take down this one man and Kyrie. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm starting to see it.
Cavaliers. The defending champs had been uber dominant themselves, losing just 1 playoff game on their road to the finals. But unlike the 2015 and 2016 finals, where LeBron was by far the best player on the court, the Warriors had the perfect antidote to King James. KD.
The second best player, like they just said.
Bring in an offensive dimension to the Warriors that they didn't have before, but he also brought a defensive presence.
Yes.
And his mobility as a near 7-footer made it.
KD plays defense? I thought it was one of those situations where, like, I'm getting a bucket, I'm James Harden, I'm not playing no defense. Like, I'm already a bucket. Y'all boys go ahead and do that thing 4-on-5. But I'm out here, I'm just here to get a bucket. Y'all boys play defense. I thought it was one of those. I didn't know KD was doing that. My bad.
Difficult for James to drive to the basket at will. In the first 2 games, the Warriors obliterated the Cavs. Turnovers created unsolvable problems for Cleveland as they gave up numerous easy points to the Warriors.
7-foot, and I'm a dunk on your net.
But even when all 5 Cavs managed to get on defense on time, they were murdered with the Durant-Curry pick and roll. The Cavs had a potent offense, but the Dubs' ability to knock down 3-pointers in succession hit Cleveland like an avalanche. In all 77 years of NBA history, there wasn't a team that could switch on the turbo quite like that and increase a 2-point lead to 20+ in 3 minutes.
Come on, then I'm going to take that thing. Just because I am. Crazy man,
However,
give
when
him a map.
returned to Cleveland for Game 3, the Cavs looked much better, and their offense kept them in the lead for much of the game. It seemed like LeBron and company would win the game and keep the series alive. But then, in the final minute, KD launched one of the most cold-blooded shots in NBA Finals
You gonna pull
history.
it from right there? Right in his face. Nasty. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Cleveland still had a chance to win it, but suddenly, they couldn't buy a bucket, and they didn't score a single point in the final 3 minutes.
Was that
the Warriors
JR?
won the game, snatching a 3-0 series lead. Then the Cavs somehow managed to win Game 4 in what was arguably the best offensive game ever in the finals,
3-0?
hitting 24 threes, an NBA playoff record. But it was clear to everybody that they couldn't sustain that kind of shooting and win the ring against these Warriors. In Game 5, Golden State finished the job, finishing the playoffs with 16 wins and only 1 loss, which was the best postseason run in.
Are you telling me KD and them went sweep, and 4-1 that year? That's unheard of, gang. What are we talking about? Is that not the best postseason ever? Besides Dirt and them. Them boys beat everybody in beautiful fashion. KD a difference maker, gang. That's all I'm hearing. All I'm hearing is KD is the difference maker.
NBA history.
There it is. Redemption for Golden State. One of the great playoff runs of all time is complete.
KD finally won that first title that had eluded him for so long. He averaged an unreal 35.2 points, 8.6 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 1 steal, and 1.6 blocks per game, while shooting 56% from the field, 47% from three, and 93% on free throws. It was one of the best finals performances of all time. And, of course, KD won the finals MVP.
That's his.
And yet, despite Durant's and Golden State's greatness, the basketball world wasn't impressed.
A lot of people enjoyed seeing y'all lose in 2016. And a lot of those people were upset that we were so good, and they're still upset.
When KD joined the Warriors, it was kind of expected that they should win.
My thing is, though, like, they do this everywhere. Like you can't be mad at them boys clicking up to go get them a ring. If you smart enough, you get the right pieces, you go put them together and you go get that ring. You don't gotta go out there and be in the mud just to be in the mud, just to make it mean a little bit more. No, go get your ring. Not everybody dirt no whiskey with the out there going out there with 40-year-olds and go win him one. You gotta go get you some young talent, put them together and do what you gotta do, man.
Their championship looked too easy. They had 2 MVPs on their team, a reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and Klay Thompson, the best
they're gonna get one, then they gotta go double it. I know they gotta go double it.
All of them were an average age of 27, which is considered a prime for basketball players. Add Iguodala, Sean Livingston, David West, JaVale McGee, and Zaza Pachulia, all playing phenomenal basketball off the bench, and then you have an absolute juggernaut. Their offense had so many systematic solutions and so much talent that defenses had to pick their poison.
Can't stop it. You're supposed to win. That's what they say.
Wide open dunk, or let 3 of the best shooters ever have an open shot. Golden State's defense was mobile and super connected. They created a lot of turnovers and killed opponents in transition.
What you supposed to do when they got 2 of the best shooters ever in life on the same team, on the court at the same time? Then you got KD, one of the best players ever, right? You feel me? Not to mention, one of those other 2 shooters is the best player ever too. Then you got Draymond out there holding it down. Then you got Iguodala out there holding it. What you supposed to do? Literally, what are you supposed to do against the Warriors, gang? I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, they're literally supposed to win 3 NBA finals back to back to back. And then they're supposed to get 6 more back to back to back to back to back to back to back. You can't do nothing about that.
Sure, they didn't have a dominant post scorer, and if they faced a top talent on the low block like prime Shaq, that would certainly give them problems. But given the style of play and the state of the league in 2017, those were minimal flaws. However, it's one thing to dominate, and it's a whole different ballgame to become a dynasty.
We know how tough it's going to be. We know how hard it is to be the best team in the league. I think we're all ready for that challenge.
And
we're trying to go do it again.
This unbelievable Warriors team had a tougher road than anyone expected. They won 58 games in the regular season. Their defense dropped out of the top 10 best in the league, and overall, they didn't look as smooth and connected as they did the year
everybody
before.
hurt?
Injuries played their part.
I know
still, the Dubs had so much talent that they easily won the first round against the Spurs, despite Curry not playing. In the second round, Steph returned, and they defeated the Pelicans in 5 games.
Oh, you nasty for that, Curry. You was nasty.
Securing a matchup that every NBA fan hoped for. A clash with the #1 seeded Rockets and the league.
There go that boy. There go that boy. He say. And what he say, man? 13 out there, man. She out there with James. She out there with the beard, man.
The Rockets built their whole roster to be able to match up with the Warriors.
That PJ Tuck. That what they call me. They low-key be calling me Broke Tuck on bro. BJ Tuck on bro.
Looked mortal again. Houston pushed the Warriors out of their comfort zone by slowing down the pace as much as possible, with an average possession lasting 18 seconds. They also attacked the Warriors one-on-one to avoid double teams, and they killed the Dubs on the glass with their offensive rebounding. But whenever Kerr had faced a deficit in any game, he simply used the death lineup, which no team had an answer for, except for Houston. With PJ Tucker at center and long defenders at the wings, the Rockets neutralized the best 5-man lineup in NBA history with their own version of small ball. With dominant switch defenses, the Rockets shut down Golden State's motion offense and forced them to attack through isolations, which put Splash Brothers in discomfort for much of the series.
You gotta put pressure on them boys. That's just anything in life. You put pressure on and it's gonna break. So that's what them boys was doing. They was out there putting pressure on KD and them boys, and then they were folding.
After 5 games, the Rockets had a 3-2 lead, and it seemed like the Warriors dynasty was in serious jeopardy.
Yep, but what happened? Trey, that's what I'm talking about. Yep.
Except in the final moments of Game 5, Chris Paul got hurt and was ruled out for the series.
I remember
Game
hearing
6 was
this.
a blowout with the Warriors winning by 29, and everybody expected the same result in Game 7.
3-3 now.
The Rockets started the deciding game playing out of their minds.
Yep.
Houston had an
Put it there.
11-point lead at the half, and it looked like David could somehow beat Goliath. But then, the Warriors hit that turbo button again and hit a series of threes to turn the game around.
Wow.
The game was still close until the end, but then the Rockets missed 27 threes
I
in
know
a
that
row.
boy hot.
It was all over. The Dubs made another final, and for the 4th straight year, they faced LeBron
They back
and
at
the
it.
Cavs.
Back at it with that boy. They back at it with that boy. They really is out there with that boy. I ain't gonna lie. I remember this feeling like, yo, it's the same thing every year. Last 7 years, these niggas, it's just them three back. I mean, just them two back to back. Like, dang, gang, can we get a different lineup? I swear it felt like that every year.
Time, King James was without Kyrie, and it was a miracle
that boy ain't got no
he even
Kyrie.
made the
Oh, he ain't
finals
stand no
because
chance.
It looked like he was playing
He
with
ain't stand
some
no chance.
bystanders that he picked up on the street on his way to the arena.
LeBron ain't stand no
However,
chance, gang.
in Game 1, LeBron proved that he is one of the GOATs by scoring 51 points.
Curry gets
Okay.
inside and throws it down.
Only for J.R. Smith to forget the score of the game in the final moments and pass up a potential game-winning shot.
This was that game, bro. Bron scored 51 points for J.R. Smith to forget what the score was in the game and make them boys lose. Oh my gosh. I ain't gonna lie, that would have been the end of the friendship there right there. I'm sorry, gang. I just put 5-1 on them boys without Kyrie, and you gonna forget the score?
LeBron like pointing like this. Oh, is he pointing at? I look over. Oh man! And then after that, it was just like, I know this shit ain't just happening.
Oh my gosh.
After that, it was all over, and the Warriors' next title was a walk
Gotta
in the
lay out
park
the
as they
reason.
swept the Cavs.
Oh,
The
they
only
swept
close
them.
game was Game 3.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Without Kyrie, they don't stand no chance. Who's on that team for Bron to put his faith in? J.R. Smith? Like I ain't gonna lie, gang. It round on the wall, bro. You got KD, you got Steph, you got Draymond, you got Clay, you got all them boys, and then you got them versus LeBron with J.R. Smith. Gang, you're gonna get swept.
Which was again clinched by a Kevin Durant deep three from virtually the same spot as the year before.
Foul, right in their mouth.
Delivers.
Oh, and Tristan Thompson out there, but we ain't worry about him.
With 29 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and over 2
Different.
blocks per game, and 50, 40, 90
Different. Come
shooting
here.
splits, Durant
Hey.
deservedly won
Yes.
another Finals MVP.
Another Finals MVP, baby.
It's good for you to be around guys like this. It helps you become a better basketball player and a better man.
Yep.
It's a journey that's better than a destination. You know, I'm happy I'm a part of this group.
But after the Finals, a familiar feeling was felt.
What?
Nobody was impressed. Everybody expected the Warriors to win again. And
After all that adversity, we supposed to win? We just went through all these goddamn injuries, done played the whole thing, barely made the what's the name, and ain't nobody impressed? What y'all want me to go do? Go to the Trailblazers and give them a championship? It's the Trailblazers.
2019, this feeling started to creep into the Warriors themselves.
Oh,
They seemed to be
2019.
just
Ain't 2019.
going through the
Wait.
motions.
2019 was that 1 year. We gonna keep it going though.
And for the first time in the Kerr era, the Dubs started to have chemistry problems. In a close game against the Clippers, Draymond took the ball
pass the
and
ball.
refused to pass it to KD, messing up the play completely and losing the game. Instead of saying, "my bad," Draymond went berserk, cussing out Durant and telling him that he could leave the team. Durant was in his contract year, and he wasn't
Draymond
entirely
feeling
happy.
like I'm KD, I'm 8 foot, I'm out here hooping, and you ain't gonna give me the ball with the game on the line, and you're Draymond, buddy, pass the rock.
State anymore.
Communication is key. Like we didn't show that, and that's what rubbed me the wrong way more than anything.
After this incident, Draymond got suspended by the team,
But
but their chemistry issues were never solved.
They told me right then and there, like, we're going to suspend you for this game. I laughed in their face, literally laughed in their face.
However, Golden State was still the NBA royalty, with more talent than any other team. Still, their infamous motion offense got more stagnant, and Durant didn't buy into the team concept as much as before. Instead, he began playing like he did in OKC, using his otherworldly basketball talent to score in isolation.
Okay.
But because he was KD, it worked, and the Warriors were winning.
I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I am.
Y'all know who I am. I'm 8 feet. I take it to the bucket anytime I want to. I'm Kevin Durant, man. What are you talking about? Crazy, man.
Passed the Rockets again, far easier than last time, despite losing Durant to injury after Game 5. KD wouldn't play a second of the conference finals, but the Dubs still swept Portland and got to the finals for the 5th consecutive year. But against the Raptors, which were led by Kawhi...
This man give people nightmares. This man give people... I ain't gonna lie, next video is Kawhi. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It might be Kawhi. Next video might be Kawhi. Because what went on in 2019, I was a little bit more conscious to understand what was going on. Kawhi had the world in the palm of his hands in 2019 game. That one single year was different for that boy. That boy changed the whole landscape of the whole world with winning that championship in Toronto game.
Leonard and were far more talented than any team the Dubs faced that year. The Warriors were in trouble, with Draymond completely losing faith in his shot, and aging Iguodala and Livingston, and a thin bench.
Man.
Golden State was suddenly lacking
it wasn't looking
firepower.
pretty.
After 4 games, they were losing 3-1 and were on the brink of a loss.
Pascal,
if they wanted to have any shot at another title, they desperately needed KD. So, despite still nursing the calf injury, Durant finally
He went out there, but it got ugly though. I remember this. I know this.
Kevin Durant will play.
And for the first quarter of Game 5, it looked like the Warriors were back.
With
Durant in the lineup, the Raptors couldn't throw all their defenders at Steph, and Golden State's offense was breathing again. Defensively, KD was a huge help too, and was one of the rare guys who could match up with Kawhi one-on-one. But the dream of defending the title lasted for 14 minutes. Early in the second quarter, Durant tried to drive by Serge Ibaka when he heard a pop and fell to the floor.
It was over. I seen this. This is one of the rare instances that I watched something with basketball. It was over. This when they lost. This moment right here is when Golden State lost the championship.
This was gone, and he knew it immediately. The Warriors somehow won Game 5, but without Durant, and then also Klay Thompson, who tore his ACL in Game 6, their season was over. And the Raptors were the new NBA champs.
Yes, sir. Kyle Lowry, my dog, man. You already know what it is.
That Durant came to an already built team, a winning team, this series perfectly showed how important he was for the Warriors and how much they needed him to win championships.
They needed that boy.
While many will discredit KD's legacy because he won his only 2 championships on Steph Curry's team, it was clear that Durant was the best Warriors player. KD was always considered a phenom because he was a 7-footer.
My thing is, I think Kevin Durant gets a title regardless of where he's at in that span when he was at the Warriors. Regardless of where Kevin Durant was at in that time, he was gonna get him one, at least one. He was too much of a problem. So if you get the right pieces around that boy, even if it's just a little bit, you feel me? He gonna win regardless, bruh.
Athleticism, ball handling, and shooting ability of a guard. He was always a scoring machine. But it was when he joined the Warriors that he became a complete player and one of the best to ever touch a basketball. When he played in Oakland, KD was in his athletic prime, packing 30 more pounds of muscle than when he got drafted, and about 10 pounds more than...
Also, we gotta talk about the KD shoes. Now, when I was in school and the KDs was popping, I ain't had no money. So I will always see them things, and them things was fire. The best KDs out of all the KDs is 2 KDs. It's Aunt Pearls, I think it was them 6s or them 7s, and them peanut butter KDs. Them things was dumb. Bro. I think they supposed to be coming out or something like that. I need those, gang.
He has now, because he's had to shed some weight after his Achilles injury to avoid getting injured again. While his basketball growth stagnated in OKC, when he got to the Warriors, Durant had added something new to his game each season. He became more comfortable moving without the ball in year 1, completely buying into the Warriors' motion offense with lots of screens and cuts. Durant became a phenomenal defender in year 2, averaging a career-high 1.8
That's what I'm saying.
per game.
I know I wasn't tripping. I thought he was just out there hooping, doing his thing. No, you feel me? I'm a bucket. Y'all boys play defense. I'm the bucket. Y'all go play.
In fact, before he got injured and missed the last 2 months of the regular season,
he
was in strong consideration for Defensive Player of the Year.
Finally,
he became a better playmaker in year 3. Averaging a career-high 5.9 assists per game.
So he was
more than Curry,
he was the ultimate teammate.
Durant's feel for the game had grown by leaps and bounds. And while he was known primarily as a scorer, a team could now run the whole offense through him as point forward, similar to LeBron. And just like LeBron perfected his game and made it complete in Miami, Durant did the same thing in Golden State. They were both ostracized because of their decisions. They both won 2 championships with their new teams, and ultimately, they both became the best players in the world. It's a bit of a shame that just when KD finally took that crown from LeBron, he got injured. If he stayed healthy, the Warriors would have probably defeated the Raptors, and KD would win 3 Finals MVP in a row, a feat achieved only by Michael Jordan and Shaq. The Warriors had weaknesses that could be exploited before Durant arrived, and he gave them an answer for everything.
He was everything we could have asked for. He represented us on the court, he represented us off the court.
In his 3 playoff runs with the Warriors, KD averaged 37-5 on 50-40-90 shooting while playing great defense. Durant was the one who coined the term unicorn when talking about Kristaps Porzingis, meaning that he's a 7-footer who can do everything on the floor. But it is still Durant himself who is the best unicorn in basketball history. And while many will criticize the Warriors for adding Durant to a team that won 73 games the year before, it's undeniable that this group was one of the best teams of all time, along with the Bulls in '96, the Celtics in '86, and the Lakers in '01. And for more content on all things NBA, keep watching Nonstop.
Another banger video by Nonstop. Shout out to Nonstop. Shout out to y'all boys. Y'all always keep coming with the heat. We gonna keep it going. I appreciate y'all boy for rocking with me, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Next video might be Kawhi. I ain't gonna lie. That 2019 season, we gotta go back. We gotta spin that. We gotta see the whole thing about it. We gotta, y'all already know I rock with Drake. So we gotta see how he get tied in with everything. We gotta see that. Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Booty to the cream, soda brown, just like a penny. Disconnect the mic and put on speaker like, can you hear me? I could never sneak my dogs about $1, that shit ain't in me. When we in the club, they ask how many ones, just tell them plenty.